was terrible. Yo, can you guys hear me now? What's up? It's alright. There's like crazy stuff on YouTube, dude. Don't let your kids watch you. Plug it in. If I take this away, can you guys hear me? It's the mic, huh? All right, I'll figure out how to use this mic. Can you guys hear me now? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Oh, no way. I wanted to use my mics because they're... Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to use them. I know it's 2 minutes. That was a terrible start. All right, so check this out. Nick, you don't have a pull-up bar. Isn't that correct? Evelyn has no pull-up bar at home, but she has it at work. And Freddie has no pull-up bar, but I have a pull-up bar, just not in this wall. So how are you going to do pull-ups, guys, if you don't have a pull-up bar? So today, we're going to talk about all kinds of things calisthenics, right? So if you want to do workouts at home, right, you got to focus on all the possibilities. Because at the end of the day, the point of doing any kind of workout is to be able to do the workout anywhere. And that is what calisthenics is. Okay, guys? So why am I talking about calisthenics? Because that right there is impossible for the average person, especially if your house is old like Freddie's, right? So if you have a really old pull-up bar, it's better than doing it on this crazy sill, right? Again, you can dead hang on here all day, but if you don't have the finger strength like I do with rock climbing, you can't hang here. If you don't know how to activate your back or hold yourself up or even like get your knees up, right? How are you gonna do any workouts? It's not gonna happen, right? Shout me out. Who's that? Melissa? What's up, Melissa? Yeah, we're literally here live every single night from 9 to 10 p.m. So we're gonna do calisthenics every single night. We're gonna work out. We're gonna do awesome things together, okay? So I'm here to talk about gear, okay? How many of you in the comments have a pull-up bar? Put a thumbs up if you have a pull-up bar. Put a thumbs down if you do not have a pull-up bar. Thumbs down, please. Please have a thumbs up. I'm so frustrated with you all. No pull-up bars. Sorry, I'm fixing my tripod. Check this out. All right. So, this right here can make you the strongest person in the world. It's called a pull-up bar. Now, put it in the comments. How many of you can do at least one pull-up? Thumbs down, Nick. I'm gonna fight you, dude. You have a helmet, Freddie. You two are silly. Okay. If you have a pull-up bar at home and you can do a single pull-up, you should be able to do 10 pull-ups because you have the pull-up bar at home. Me, when I see a pull-up bar, I get a little scared. I'm like, man, that thing is too hard, yada, yada, yada. Like, no, every time you see your pull-up bar, you should be doing a little bit of pull-ups throughout the day just to get our body nice and strong. So right now, we're gonna try to do some banded workouts, right? The whole point of banded workouts is to make the load less on your body. So we're gonna do pull-ups specifically. We're gonna talk about all kinds of things, ranging from pull-ups to handstands, to L-sits, to everything calisthenics. And we have like pretty much everything that you need to start calisthenics, right? Actual parallettes, and they're all different, all unique. And the whole point is, if you want to start your calisthenics journey, you got to start with the actual things. It's like a paintbrush for an artist. If you're not like trying to actually draw every day with your paintbrush, you're not doing art. So in our case, calisthenics is art. Being able to do a pull-up is the brush stroke, okay? Again, I'm an artist. I like doing things in repetition to get better, right? And calisthenics teaches us that the only way you can do things, like, again, I can't do a full lever, but this band right here, this band literally can allow me to get up here, float, and do a front lever. Now, I can't do a front lever. If I do that without this band, right, check it out. Dies, right? I can get to that position, but the lever itself is too much for my back to handle. So you got to do regressions. You got to do all these other things. So right now, we're going to learn how to do the pull-up. Super easy, right? I know a lot of you can do a pull-up, but if you can't, this video is for you, because that thing should not be intimidating. Like, if you have a pull-up bar, just do this every single day, you know, maybe 3 to 4 times, and you'll get better. So check this out. This is called a dead hang. Ready? You just hang, shoulders next to your ears, and you pull your knees up. Right? Just hang, chillax. And your goal is to hang here as long as you can. Right? So the reason I'm making this video is because most people have nowhere to hang. Right? Again, you can hang on the top of here, right? You can literally just chill. You could. But if you don't have the finger strength, what are the chances of you actually hanging from there? So dead hangs are great for decompressing your spine, right? The more you do dead hangs, the more you can literally just lengthen your spine, right? Going all the way down from here to the bottom. And if you have back pain, if you have problems, it's perfect. So right now, if you're watching, we're gonna do 1 rep. Yo, what's up? We got a bunch of faces in here. We got Josephina. So Nick, again, you guys don't have pull-up bars, so I'm gonna expect you guys to do 1 rep for every rep that I do. So whatever it is, you guys can do squats, you can do push-ups, but I recommend that you at least try 1 workout that I'm doing, right? So every time I do a rep, you're gonna join me. Ready? So the first pull-ups that I recommend are wide arm pull-ups, right? If you can hang from a wide arm pull-up and really engage your back and squeeze, it's one of the best pull-ups you can do. And if you think of pulling your chest to the bar, it's super, super powerful on building your shoulders, right? So a lot of people want like big, strong back and everything. Perfect. Just hang it from the side. Again, you can just dead hang from far away. You dead hang a little closer. Right? You can even dead hang supinated, facing the other way like a chin up. Again, chin up is facing towards you, right? And pull up is facing the other way, right? So again, if I did a rep, you should be doing a rep as well. We're gonna do a couple games as well. But yeah, any questions so far on the pull-up bar? If you do, leave it in the comments and I'll answer them. So yeah, if you can't do a pull-up, here's where it gets fun, right? A lot of people are scared of trying pull-ups because their shoulders or they're in pain or whatever. So if you cannot do a pull-up, grab yourself a nice little stool or something tall that won't fall over, you know. You're gonna put it down. You're gonna come up to your pull-up bar. Again, buy a pull-up bar. They're like 30, 40 bucks right now on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. And you're basically gonna like start working out by just doing dead hangs and trying these, right? Look at it, my chest is already really high. I can squeeze. And all I'm gonna try to do is hang right here with my feet, like my feet are here, I'm hanging, and I can just try to squeeze and lift my legs. Hold, and come down nice and slow. I can pull my knees up if I need to, and then I'm nice and controlled, right? Now you don't have to pull up, you can put your feet on top of the obstacle, and you can just squat up, right? I didn't do a pull up, I did a squat. Right now I'm squeezing, and I can lift my knees up and drop ever so slightly, right? Now, a lot of people ask, why, like what's the point of doing the pull-up? Well, the next thing we're gonna try, which is called a tuck lever. The tuck lever literally holds you in a ball, right? And if you do the tuck lever, you can basically get super strong pulling, like Australian rows, you can pull at a, at a horizontal, right? Pull-ups, if you guys have ever seen these pull-ups where you're just hanging and then you pull yourself this way, right? That direction is like super good for like pulling your back muscles up, and eventually you can start rowing, like literally rowing in this direction and pulling yourself up, which is what I'm going to show you in a second. This is what we do when we can't do pull-ups. We do negatives from the stool. Once you can do the negatives, then you can start practicing jumping up and squeezing, right? So you jump up, squeeze, and come down slowly, right? Again, I'm jumping, trying to hold, and at first you're gonna fall like that, right? You're gonna jump up and go like, woo, super fast. But eventually you wanna go jump, squeeze, hold with your lats, and then let it come down nice and slow. Now, my biggest question to you guys is, again, I'm wearing a long sleeve. Long sleeves make you nice and sweaty, and they don't feel very good. So I've always questioned, like, how do we feel about taking our shirts off? That's my question to you, right? If your answer to that is, I don't like to take my shirt off in front of people, it's usually because we're self-conscious, right? So if you're self-conscious, my question to you is, why, right? Again, I'm not the hottest guy in the world. I'm super skinny, but literally, like, I've been feeling really good lately just doing calisthenics, right? I feel super strong, especially on my back area, right? And when you have lighting, like again, when I get rid of this lighting, look, bye-bye lighting. Look, no, nothing. There's literally no muscle, right? Right? But the moment you put lighting, oh my God, all of a sudden, we look all good, right? Maybe not me, but again, we all can say like great things and terrible things about ourselves. So why not make it great things? Now, Arjuna, why'd you strip? Like, that's weird. Like how come girls can't do that? Like, look, nipples. Okay, yeah. Honestly, it is weird, right? Stefan and all the guys that I train with, they're always naked, like half naked, like short shorts, just like girls, right? Bikinis at the beach, all having a good time. So what's the problem with this body being, exposed, right? And I think it's because a lot of us have some level of body dysmorphia or something crazy where we just hate ourselves. So my literal goal today is to help you love yourself, because calisthenics will teach you how to love yourself. Like, no joke. You will love yourself after trying calisthenics if you haven't started already. And if you already started, you know what I'm talking about. So again, if you've already mastered the pull-up, right? Let's say you have full dead hang, you can retract, do these shrugs are really good, right? Shrug, and then you pull up. Once you have a really good pull-up and you can get your chest to the bar, then you want to start working on these, right? You lean back and you pull your knees up. And this right here, right, starts to engage your back and all the other muscles that you would never expect. Again, like, it squeezes your back muscles. And I've always wanted like back muscles like Stefan. Like, if you guys haven't seen Stefan, dude, oh my God. See, Nick right here just said, I'm self-conscious, right? Thank you for saying that out loud. It is really scary to like tell people that we're not feeling the best, that we're not like feeling hot, that we're not like, at our top game, right? But the only way you can feel good and look good is by actually loving yourself and showing it like with confidence. The reason Stefan and Drew and Luke and all these guys look so good is because they've been at it for years, sure, but they're just confident, lovingly confident. So again, if you want to make a pull-up harder, just start doing it slower. And if you want to make it super hard, have your legs in front of you, right? Activate, and then go. Squeeze at the top,
And you can literally do these all day, anywhere, right? So see, I'm not extended, dead hang. Activate, dead hang. Focusing on those shrugs, right? The shrugs will help you activate your back muscles, right? Like, you really want to focus on those back muscles, because if you don't, then what happens? You're gonna have a scrawny back, and then you'll look like this. Like, not even joking, like you want to be up and strong, right? Have a nice deltoids, right? Again, you have your front, mid, and your back, right? And this part right here is usually what people lack. They don't work on these motions, right? And then they don't get all this like scapula back muscle, right? Again, I wish I was bigger and stronger, but at the end of the day, what are we trying to look like? Who are we trying to look like? That's my question, right? So thanks for the likes, guys, so far. Thanks for supporting. You don't have to stay the whole time, but we're here from 9 to 10. We started a little late today, so I'll be here a little long. But yeah, as you can see, pull-ups, great pump, right? If you actually like think about what you're pumping here, right? And you can always do supinated, right, for pull-ups, right? Pulling up with your hands facing in. You can also do them going out, and you can do wide, right? So wide, together, in. Now let's talk about the beginners again. If you cannot do a pull-up, get a band, loop it through, step on that guy all the way down, put your hands up, feet here. If it's too easy, don't put 2 feet. Let yourself come forward, and then just do pull-ups. And then look, you can fly like a madman, right? Oh, I got a message. Who is that? Okay, cool. Ah. So as you can see, 1 foot, less resistance. Still too easy, right? So if it's still too easy, go for the less assistance and go for the knee, right? Do 1 knee or 2 knees. You can put 2 knees in there also. You need to be able to do a leg lift and pull through, right? And then you got pull-ups. Look, less resistance. And then the hardest one is 1 knee, right? Right? And then eventually, you don't need this thing. Get out of here. Skedaddle. Right? All right, so anyways, I know I'm kind of annoying and kind of loud, but my goal is like, if you love yourself more, the pull-up bar will be your friend for the rest of the year. You're gonna have a banger bod just by doing pull-ups. Serious. I've been doing 100 pull-ups. This is my 4th time ever trying 100 pull-ups. I'm not gonna do it today, crazy people. Maybe tomorrow. If you guys are here tomorrow, we're gonna do 100 pull-ups in a row. And I know that sounds crazy, but Luke made me do it after our workout. Okay, we did literally a whole lever training workout, and then he made us freaking do 100 pull-ups at the end as a deload set. Like, I was tired, and I didn't want to do it. I thought it was too hard, but I still did it. And it took me like a long time. But anyways, we're going to do it 100 pull-ups tomorrow if you show up 9 to 10 p.m. Pacific time. So again, leave it in the comments what you guys are thinking when you're seeing pull-ups, because pull-ups aren't hard. They're actually really good. So this is a 20-pound band, right? That's super thick. You can also get green bands, right? And you can also do like shoulder stretches with these, right? Super great, right? You can do all kinds of cool stuff. And then you can tie the bands to here and like pull on it, right? You can tie it against the door and pull on it, or you can do internal, external, all that stuff, right? So get some bands. You can play jump rope with it, right? I'm joking. So make sure to get some resistance bands and a pull-up bar. And the last thing I can tell you is these things can also help you, right? Do what I'm about to show you in a bit, which is things like tuck planches and handstands. So if you wanted to, you can put it around your hips and practice your tuck planches, right? You lean forward and float, right? Look, I'm floating, wow. Then you can stick your legs out a little bit, frog it, and then you can stick your legs out pulley and then straddle, right? So if you guys didn't know, every calisthenic move that looks hard, like the planche, the front and back lever, the handstand, the handstand push-up, all these moves can be done just by repetition. And you do repetition of the move that's similar. So if you want to do a muscle up, for example, super easy, it's just going around the bar. So what do you got to do? High pull-ups and literally just chest dips on a straight bar. I can't do that here. I can't do straight bar dips, right? If I try to muscle up here, I'm gonna throw, my bar's gonna fall off, right? Let's see. Here. Ah, I hit my ceiling. Ah. Okay. I wish I was more explosive too. So imagine the guys that can explode, they would break their ceiling trying to muscle up. So make sure to get a pull-up bar for your home. That's level 1. Level 2. Anyone know what these are? These are, for calisthenics people, this is their drug. This is my favorite thing. This is called a parallel, and they're called a parallel because they come in pairs, right? Why do they come in pairs? Well, these are great for push-ups and handstands and all kinds of stuff. Great for your wrists, right? And ooh, I can do a Q&A sticker. Don't want to try it. Let me see. How many people? All right, check that out. So I can put a questionnaire, guys. I'll leave that up there. Can you guys see that questionnaire? So parallettes are super good because you can put them on the floor and you can have a friend. So here, I'm gonna put this right over here. We're gonna show you why parallettes are my favorite thing in the world, okay? So parallettes allow you, right? Low parallettes are great because you can do things like handstands. How many people here can do a handstand? Leave it in the comments. So a handstand, you get nice and tall, you push through, and then you stand up, right? The idea is on the parallettes versus the floor, right? The floor is really interesting because, like, look, you're thinking about falling over on the floor, right? Because I'm falling forward, so you're thinking pushing and falling, pushing, like leaning, versus here you're moving your hands back and forth to avoid falling, right? So which one do you guys like more? Would you guys rather do handstands with the parallettes or rather do handstands with your hands? Like, both are great. And actually, I think doing it on the floor is a lot harder. It's a lot more wrist strain. So highly recommend these. The problem with these low parallettes is all I can really try is handstands, right? And I can also try tuck plunges, which is like holding myself here and eventually like legs out. Oh, there's things in my way. But you can do the legs out and do the plunge, right? Like literally doing a push-up without your legs. So you guys have seen those guys. Again, we have trainers on Skool. So if you guys want to join us live on Skool also, we're going to do Skool, which is Better Every Rep. Go check that out. And again, we're here going to be live every single night, 9 to 10 p.m. Pacific time. I wanted to start doing calisthenics for you guys and for myself to keep myself accountable. And as you can see, like, I'm feeling really strong. I'm 40 days into doing calisthenics every single day, or at least having it on my mind. And for the past couple of days, I've been trying handstands for 100 seconds. So let's see how long I can hold a handstand. Let's just start with that, right? Ready? There's just so many things in my way. So if you don't have a lot of space, that is a limiting factor. You may have to do these at home, right? So in a handstand, you're trying to stack yourself up and not try to fall either way. So you got to think stack and hold. And it's really hard to talk. You have to like think about breathing when you're doing these, right? So focus on the breathing, focus on the push and the drop. But it's really in the shoulders, it's really in the wrists, and you're really just trying to balance, right? Okay, let's try. Ready? I'm not going to talk for this one. Ready? Get set and go. Oh man, hold on. I think I'm tired from the last couple of days. Nick and Freddie were there when I was doing a lot of them. Yeah, you gotta look straight now. Hold on, I got this, guys. I got this. Woo! Performance anxiety. Let's do this way. There we go. Yeah, I'm tired. Oh my gosh, on camera I'm tired. That's crazy. Sorry, guys. Oof. So yeah, comment down below if you guys can do handstands on the floor or on parallettes, and which one you like more. Okay, so as you can see, parallettes are cool, and you can do handstands all day, but they're super tiring, and eventually you just get so tired and you're tired of falling over and dying. And again, this does lift you off the floor ever so slightly, so falling does suck. Learn cartwheels. But the real thing I would recommend getting are these. These are higher parallettes. Again, comparison. Look at that difference, okay? Size does matter in this case, right? So the reason these are so cool is because these actually hold you high enough to do something called the L sit, right? L sit on the floor, way higher, way harder, right? So what we're trying to do here is go about, shoulder width apart, so you can gauge it like this. You can push down, get your feet in between, get your feet in front, nice and strong, arms down. You don't want to dip, you want to be nice and high. And then you just practice this, knees up, hold. And then if this is too easy, you put your hips next to you. If this is too easy, you stick your legs out. If that's too hard, regress, one leg out. Or you can just drop the legs, or you can leg out, drop the leg, if it's all too hard. So as you can see, like these are the progressions. And then if you want to be like Stefan and all the guys that do high level calisthenics, they can literally go up here. Like in a V-sit, or in Stefan's case, an I-sit, right? Whew. Yeah, on the floor is a lot harder. Wait, what did you say? I'm not even on day 1 for calisthenics. Dude, Herminia, I know that's you. You gotta start today. I could never do that. My wrists won't bend enough for my hands to lay flat. Okay, so for gym rat, the reason why your wrists are hurting so much, I'm not sure if you're here, the reason your wrists are hurting so much is because you don't train just the stretches, right? So the stretches I would recommend are facing them backwards, right? On the floor, facing towards you, lean back. So stretch number 1, this simulates handstand the other way, right? So really leaning back on those is really good. Number 2, face them up, put them close to your knees and lean forward. This is how you simulate going forward and really feeling the pressure. And then the final one is facing them down and putting them on the floor. Make sure not to bend them, it's bad for your wrist. Make sure they're straight and really kind of like push it in there. If it's too easy, right? If it's too easy to do that, then you can literally like put one leg up or 2 legs up and see like I'm gonna push up. And you can literally do push-ups on your wrists, right? There's like things in my way. But you get the idea, like that, it looks hard, but you need strength in that part of your wrist too. So then you shake it out, you roll it around, and it should feel like kind of tingly. And then basically you do that 2 or 3 times a week, and you'll be able to do your handstands a lot more smooth. So I give those a try. But again, parallettes, before I do the parallettes, look, I just did handstands on the parallettes, the small ones. The handstands on the floor are actually harder. Why? Because when you're pushing up, you're actually leaning that way. The same way if you're like Michael Jackson, you lean like this, and you go, hee hee, like you're pushing into the floor with your fingertips, your toes, right? And you're stopping yourself from falling, right? That's why Michael Jackson's so cool, because he literally does, all the toe stuff, and then he like defies gravity going this way, right? So keep that in mind, right? All you're trying to do in a handstand is prevent the fall, but you got to put the pressure on the wrists, otherwise it doesn't work. That's why most people can never handstand, right? They get up here and they're like, I'm scared, and then they fall back down. But you're trying to fall over and fight it, and then you're trying not to come back this way, right? Do you see like hips up, straight, and nice and stacked, right? You can even come down and then come back up, right? Handstand push-ups and all kinds of moves like that are so powerful for you. And I'm just starting to work on them again. I couldn't do a handstand push-up for a long time because I injured my shoulder doing like a crazy skating move, and I landed like straight into my shoulder, like almost dislocated. And it's been hurting since like November. But I finally have been doing things to rehabilitate it myself, and it feels so much better. Again, as you guys can see with some lighting, I do look kind of strong, but I'm not actually big. I'm actually the tiniest of the group. That's the worst part. I'm the tiniest of the group, but I feel strong, right? Right, so again, that's on the floor. Again, gym rat and all you guys, you're probably stronger than me, but you're heavier than me. If you're heavier than me like Freddie, again, Freddie's 200 pounds. If you're heavier, it's just harder to do the thing. So it's way more impressive to do things when you're heavier. Never think that when you're heavy, it's a bad thing. It just means that you have more pressure on you. So when you do things like handstands, just like your legs are strong to hold that weight, but your arms aren't. So you just gotta like get used to it, right? So again, if you don't like handstands on the floor, get some parallettes like this or like this. Why do I recommend these? I know it seems like I'm going all over the place, but I'm not. I have a reason. So these are higher. Like I said, you can do your L-sits and all that stuff too. Super cool. You can also do your tuck plunges. Super cool. And you can get into handstands, right? Which I touch my ceiling when I do that. The idea is you want to be able to train L-sit to tuck plunge. Those 2 positions, because that will just, your core will be shredded, okay? Literally just doing L-sits, just doing this, right? And then doing this, and then this, doing this, and then this. right? And then when you feel good, you can practice like different holds, right? You can go here, you can go here, right? And you can even get like out here into like into frog stand. Like this uses less muscle, right? You can get into crow, right up to here, nice and high. And then you can like push up. Again, I hit my ceiling. So get some parallettes. So again, it's not a lot of money. Pull-up bar, parallettes, maybe resistance bands. How does beginner L-sit look like? Good question, Nita. So check it out. I have my feet under me. You can literally do this with anything, guys. I'm not even joking. Hold on. If you don't have parallettes at home, okay, this is my laundry. Literally gonna flip that over. Okay, flip it over. Where's my other base? Oh, there it is. Check it out. These are uneven, right? So I can flip this here. Still uneven, right? Okay, cool. Now these are two bases that I can push on, and you can practice right here. Look, same parallel. There's no excuse, guys. Okay. So you're pushing, not being all down here. Next, you should not have your elbows in your ears. You should be pushed up nice and tall. Protract. Stick your back out, and think knees up. Right? Knees up. Get them as close as you can to your chest. Once that's easy, then you stick your legs in front. Right? Get your hips next to your hands. Right? Don't stick your butt back. Stick them next to your hands. Your knees up. Knees up. Too easy? Try both knees, and then you'll see you'll start to swing. If you can do both knees up and hold, you're ready to move on to one leg out. One leg out and drop. One leg out and drop. Two legs out and drop. And eventually, you're just like, hold. All right, dude, I'm tired. The handstands with the pull-ups, it's just, oh my God. But I feel shredded. Like, look, if I squeeze, it's like, oh. Oh, man. But yeah, dip, dip. Again, you don't need a lot to do things, right? You can literally L-sit right here, right? You can handstand. You can handstand. I was going to show a handstand, but I like how it is. It's because these things are all in my way, right? But yeah, you can literally hold your tuck plunges here. Look, you can straddle, right? You can literally just practice your plunge on objects. Doesn't matter what angle they are, right? Look, now I have a spot to L-sit. Boom, through, up, handstand. Okay. Can you guys tell I'm tired? Oh, this is good lighting when it's like that. What's up? So again, I'm not the hottest guy in the world, but maybe you are. Maybe you don't think you are the best looking, but maybe that doesn't matter. They almost look like crunches or sit-ups. Yeah, they're just like crunches or sit-ups. When you think of crunches and sit-ups, right? You're here, right? And then you pull up, right? And you're crunching, sure. But if you put your arms right here, right? Literally try this. Put your arms behind you, and then try to pull your knees up instead of going down. So instead of you coming to your knees, there's so much sweat. Oh my God. I need a towel. Hold on. All right, cool. Make sure to shower after you do this workout, guys. Okay. Remember, I did say in the very beginning of this live, for every rep that I've done, you should be doing a rep also. So whether it's a squat, a pull-up, a push-up, do a rep every time I do a rep. I'm just saying, you'll get shredded by the end of this. So again, you can do like all these, hip twists, yada yada. But honestly, that's a waste of time. I'm just kidding. That's not like the best use of your time. Try to do these. Arms behind, lean back. Right, you can do this little lean back over here so you can see. And then put your knees in. Knee back, knees in. Extend. And then you can lean back as much as you want. And you can come up as high as you want. And eventually, you can put less pressure on your hands. And you can do this without assistance. Right? So that's crunches. Right? You can do them, like these little hip twists too with your kettlebells and all that fun stuff. But the real thing is, check this out. Most of you guys do those. Try this one. Sit down in an L. This is how you do a real L sit on the floor. Ready? So you put your hands in front of you. Fingertips. This is the hardest version. You're in a nice straight, going forward. You're gonna push down, hips up, feet up, boom. I dare you to try those. This is one of the best core workouts in the world. You can even straddle them. You can practice those. You can practice single leg, right? And honestly, if you do those, your hip flexors, your legs, your core on fire, and it's great for your back. Now, a lot of you guys have a question about like flexibility. So like for example, I used to not be able to do a full split, right? Or even a pancake. Check this out, you ready? I couldn't do this 6 months ago, but I can lay down all the way now. And I couldn't do that 6 months ago. How did I do it? Well, it's just doing the stretches every day. Again, I work at a gym where I teach kids how to do tricks. So when I teach them, I'm doing the stretches too. What does that say? I can't do that yet. I can't do that, says everyone. Yet, come on guys. So the reason why you can't do it is because like all my kids are like, oh, like I can't do that, but they're like this when they're stretching. Coach, I can't do that. Like I'm not even joking. Straighten out your legs, straighten up your back, hands in front, and just try to lean forward. You try to get your elbows down, straighten your back. And if you can't, hey, today's not your day. I would cry if my legs went that far. Yeah, fair enough. But again, the reason Stefan can do an I-sit isn't because he's strong. It's because he's flexible, right? He's able to compress his chest all the way down to his knees. That's how good he is. He can literally like come down here and hug himself, right? He can literally go all the way over here and chillax. And that same position is here when you lift yourself up, right? Look, when you fall down, it's the same thing. So to do the L-sit on the floor, remember, you push, hips back, right? Knees up, and you hold, right? I'm off the floor, you can't tell. But you put your legs out, and then now you can kind of tell I'm off the floor, right? You can do it on your fingertips to simulate parallettes, and then you can really tell that you're off the floor. So you're here, you can go boom, right? Float. So anyways, today's live started at 9:30 to 10:30. So we're going to be ending it in like 10 minutes. But if you guys feel like you can't do calisthenics, it's because you're not doing enough. That's it. I used to do calisthenics by myself, and I almost got to a plunge, like a shadow plunge, just by practicing that, transition that you saw earlier. I had 3 handstand push-ups. I can't do those anymore because I stopped training. And now that I'm 2 years back into calisthenics, this is my second year now. Stefan, Dhruv, Luke, all the guys on the Skool group, Better Every Rep, they have taught me so much being at the beach, being at Arcadia Park, and just truly being online. Like a lot of them have sent me pictures and videos and things that I need to work on. So if you guys need any help on calisthenics, learn from the best, join Better Every Rep. Again, that's the only time I'm gonna like market anything here. Is because you guys know what you need to do, and it's just accountability. Like show up every day and you will get your results, guaranteed. So if you want handstands, right? Again, handstands aren't hard. They're just repetition. So you should be able to like hold yourself in this position with just your hips up. Did you guys see my legs go up? No. Why? Because handstands aren't about the legs. It's about the hips, right? Handstand push-ups, right, are the same thing. It's not even really about the arm strength. It's about understanding what your body can do right now. So, enough talking. My question to you guys is, how many pull-ups can you do? Because tomorrow we're going to be doing 100 pull-ups in a row. Not in like a 100 in a go. We're going to try to get as many as we can in an hour. By the end of the hour, you should be able to do 100 pull-ups. Now, if that sounds intimidating to you, you definitely have to show up. If it sounds easy to you, I dare you to add weight. Now, we talked about equipment so far. Resistance bands, right? Again, we got a pull-up bar, resistance bands, parallettes, right? Even some lighting. Make yourself look sexy, right? But this one right here will change your life. Weighted calisthenics. If you like the gym, get yourself a weighted belt, put this around your waist, and you will feel like a god because you will put this here, right? You will literally hang 45 pounds here one day or 90 pounds and it falls off and then you just do your pull-ups with them, right? Now, what we're going to try right now is banded calisthenics. If you haven't tried banded calisthenics, you haven't really tried calisthenics, unless you already know planche and stuff. But you guys have to hold the position to truly understand what calisthenics is. So, prepare yourself to level up. Are you guys ready? It is time to duel. If you guys watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not a nerd, but I am at the same time. Pull-ups is really, really, really like a game changer. But tuck levers is the next one. Check this out. When you guys do tuck levers, when you're here, right? You can start doing straddles. You can start to come out. I cannot come out. Right? So if you can hold a tuck planche, oh my god, tuck planches are the floor version. If you can hold a tuck lever, which is holding your back straight and literally holding yourself like this, right, on that bar, if you can hold that position, you are already gonna get ripped. Wait, let me see. 10 pull-ups. Yes, Nick, do 10 pull-ups. Beginner, my negatives. Yeah, guys, if you want to comment, please comment because I can see the comments on this. I couldn't see it on Skool. So leave a comment so I can shout you guys out. Again, pull-ups. I showed you guys earlier, this pull-up resistance band right here is a life changer. Again, my pull-ups aren't the fastest, but the moment I launch here, I go, shoo, right? I'm literally floating. Right? I wish I could do that with my normal pull-ups. But again, without this thing, these are my normal pull-ups, right? Uses more gravity, right? So what I'm trying to get at is like resistance bands will change your life. No joke. So check this out. Get a resistance band, tie it over. I have a bunch of videos showing how to do that. It's so easy. You get your feet on top of this thing. We ain't doing no pull-ups no more. We're gonna step through and we're gonna try front levers. You ready? Feet over, and then you just lift up, and you hold, and you squeeze your glutes, get your hips up, and just hold, and then you come down, and you come back up, and you hold. You can go up in the air, you come down, right? Now again, if that looked impressive, it's because this is the internet. Everything looks fake. I didn't actually do a front lever. The bands helped me do a front lever. But you guys can also try this. Go put bands in the middle, put your feet through it, and try to do a lever, putting your feet out, hips up, hump the air, and you'll feel the front lever. You can do the same for back levers. And what I'm going to show you with again, that's 20 pounds of resistance on the band, right? This is about 10 pounds, right? If you put this behind your waist, for example, actually, if you guys can't do pull-ups, let me show you that one. I saw a really cool hack. You can wrap it around here, resistance band, right? Put it through the loops like this and try to get it nice and around your hands like that, or as far as you can, right? And once you get it there, it's applying resistance to your scapula, and you can actually do your pull-ups, right? It literally helps you do your pull-ups. So I'm hanging, you can hear it strapped, and look, same resistance. So give that a try. Literally just hangs right there. So interesting. So again, you see how that applied resistance to my scapula? You can do the same thing around the waist here when you're doing any other movements too. So check this out. If I wanted to do my levers, right, I can come here and I can go yoink. Wow, it's all of a sudden easier, right? So I'm holding myself up, and now I'm actually activating the muscles I need, and I can start sending my legs out. And I can't do a straddle normally, but look, with the band, I can do the straddle and come back. See, I can't do. I'm so tired from yesterday. Woo. So again, that's the minimal resistance, right? That is so cool, right? That's the resistance band on your hips, right? And again, look, it is shredding me out. It is literally working on my core. And everyone's like, oh, Junior, you have such a six-pack. I'm like, no, dude, I'm just skinny. That's it. So The reason I'm skinny is because I do movement every day. I can do a backflip right now. Like literally, there's literally no room in here. It's 10:30. I'm the worst neighbor in the world. Ready, get set, and go. Cool. Again, I'm trying not to like fall and hit all these corners. There's like edges everywhere, like edge right there, edge right there, edge right there. So please don't die, Arjuna. Don't die. So you guys get the idea. The idea is if you don't want to die. Hey, thanks, Nate. You're the best. When you guys, wait, hey, how can I do a pull-up without a door bar? I have but they both damaged my door and I'm a rental. Yeah, so again, if you guys live in a bad environment where like a pull-up bar just doesn't work for you, again, Freddie, if you guys know Freddie, he's about 200 pounds. So 200 pounds plus an old house and a pull-up bar is asking for destruction, okay? So do not do that. Just go to your local park, start doing pull-ups once or twice a week. Go bring your bands, go do it at the park. But if you're like me and you have space, this will motivate you to do more pull-ups if you just have it here. But what will not motivate you is not having it. So go to the park if you can. Go to the beach. Nick goes to the beach, right? A lot of you guys, if you want to work out with me and Stefan and all the trainers, we go to Santa Monica every single Sunday from like 4 p.m. to sunset. Okay, you can work out with us and see calisthenics in the real flesh, okay? We go to Arcadia Park every single Monday, 6 to 7 p.m. We're here every single night, 9 to 10 p.m. So there's no excuse for you not to do your workout, not to do your excitement. Like excitement meaning like, make calisthenics fun. Make it a playground. Make this something you like, you know? So check this out. This band right here, yes, I can put it on my feet. But oh yeah, sorry, the green band. This band right here, yes, you can put it around your waist, but the other way you can do it is actually wrap it around you, right? Now it's actually wrapping, and then you can pull it up and over right here, right? Now what makes this one difficult, right, is that I can't put my foot up on this. Now, this is where there's one more piece of equipment that's super expensive, and it's called a mid-hip bar dip. Right, it's where you can do your front levers and dip bar stuff and actually do dips on them, right? They're much higher than these parallettes, right? These are not that high. They're about yay high. The ones I'm talking about are up to here, see? So unless you have those, it's almost impossible to do this band on top of there. Now I say almost impossible. Now check this out. Just like the negatives, remember, you guys can do your negative pull-ups, putting something here, chin up, hold, come down, and then you have your little thing right here, right? Come back up, squat, knees up, drop, cool, right? Now when you have the band around your waist, now I can come up here. Again, be extra careful not to fall, because there's always a craziness that can happen. So I'm pretty balanced, look, not holding anything. I can hang back, wrap this over, and what I'm trying to do here is step on it. The moment you can step on it once, you're chilling. But again, this is very dangerous. I highly recommend doing this at a park, right? Somewhere where it's safe, right? Oh my God, I'm like, I think because my stool's a little far. So I'm gonna try to go. Super dangerous, don't do this at home. All right, so I'm showing you, it's gonna put resistance on your hips, right, back here, and your feet at the same time, which will allow you, again, to get in a nice lever position. Right? So check this out. This is around my hips and my feet. And then I can practice going up. And these are probably the best workouts for the back. You can even do tuck variations, right? And practice your pulls, your actual rows, which will activate your back. So again, focusing in on getting to these banded workouts. Where'd you go? Watch out for this thing. It likes to fling back at your face. You know, so again, if you can go to the park and go to like parallettes at the park, it'll help you to actually do these workouts, right? Because if you do the workouts, like you're gonna get better. I mean, guaranteed. The only thing guaranteed not to work is you not doing the work. The only thing guaranteed on failure is failure itself, like just not doing it, giving up, quitting. So if you don't want to like actually achieve anything, just quit. Just stop. But if you want to like whatever you had in mind, just don't stop. You're guaranteed to get it before you die. Guaranteed. I mean, otherwise you die. I'm just saying. So again, resistance bands. Please buy yourself resistance bands. These aren't even mine. I don't even have resistance band. Thank you to the person that had these at home. You guys know who that is if you're on the school. So again, Arjuna, why are you shirtless? I'm never shirtless. I hate being shirtless. I feel skinny as hell. But today I feel strong, right? My lats are on fire, right? My shoulders, my delts, everything up here is on fire. My scapula, everything back here is on fire. And I've always felt like the skinniest guy in the group. And now I'm the average of the buff guys around me, right? All the guys there are shredded at the beach. They're so good looking, okay? Body dysmorphia means you just hate yourself. I hate you guys for hating yourselves because you all are beautiful. And normally I'd be wearing a shirt, right? Wearing a shirt, but this thing feels terrible when you're working out. So I see why a lot of people do workouts shirtless, right? But it's just weird doing it out in public. So go to the beach and go work out, go look good, go to your local park. No one's gonna complain, and do your pull-ups. So let's try to do some handstands again. But this time I'm gonna show you the transition, right? This is what a lot of people are lacking right now, which is transitioning, not your gender, guys. Transitioning from the L-sit to the handstand, right? And again, I'm cooked right now, I'm tired. So remember, shoulder width apart. You can gauge it by going across elbow to hands. You're trying to go nice and protracted, like up here. A lot of people try to do their handstand and they dip like all the way in here, and then you fall over and die, guys. Don't do that. So if you want handstands, pike push-ups, handstands on the wall with, some variation, and, working on your hips. So check out my hips. You ready? My hips are gonna go up and hold, and I'm trying to fall over with my hips and engage that protraction. Da, 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 da. So here, look, I'm not handstanding. I'm standing on my hands, but look, my feet aren't straight. So what happened with the handstand, with the straight legs and all that stuff that you guys are used to? Well, a lot of you guys kick your legs up and then you fly over. No wonder you get hurt, right? So stop thinking of handstands as kicking the leg. I can't even kick, look, this thing's on my way. I have to drive my knees up and my hips up. I'm just trying to get my hips up, hold. And once I can hold, I'm stuck and I can straighten my legs. Oh shit, right? So again, I don't have a lot of space, right? If you don't have a lot of space, go outside, right? If you're not good at it yet, go outside. But if you have no space outside, do it inside on a wall until you have control. Again, I've fallen a million times. I know how to fall, right? So thank you guys for watching so far. We're gonna now try L-sit to handstand. I'm just gonna show you one because I'm really tired. And you have to breathe. So make sure nice and protracted, not dipped, nice and down, right? Depressed, right? So breathe. Okay, hands down, knees in front, knees come up, stick them out, and then you go tuck position, lean, and push, right? And when you get into that position, you get into the handstand, right? It's an L-sit, number one. It's a tuck plunge, number two, right? And then number three, you go up into the handstand, which I'm so tired, right? Again, I'm really scared of hitting my ceiling. I've like cooked it a couple times. So remember, just because your space is limited, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it, right? Just because you're injured or sick doesn't mean you shouldn't work out. Just because there's people that talk down to you and say it's not smart or dangerous or they judge you, they're not living your life, right? So all I gotta say is today is the youngest you'll ever be. Start today on calisthenics, on your art journey, on your business. Just start, have a good time, enjoy the process, and one day you will become so good, you will be like, how did I not start this earlier? Like, you're gonna love the journey. So for the final thing, if you guys wanted to, you can also use these parallettes paired with the bands. And this is the final thing I'm gonna talk about before we finish up. So thanks again for dealing with my talkativeness. So check this out. I'm not gonna use these bands. I'm gonna use these lower ones. Right? So I'll put these in my little tiny doorway. Again, this doorway is about like, look, I can't even go that far out. Like this is like comfortable for me. I'm stuck here. So I can't do like handstands and stuff here. But what I'm trying to get at is, look, I might drop everything. Yeah, again, my pull-up bar became a hanger, okay? And so I stopped using it a couple sometimes because of that. I'll admit that's kind of a deterrent when things are in the way. So check this out. I put it around my waist like this, right? I can now hinge, right? And literally, as long as my hips are right over the bar, I can lean forward, lift my legs up, and I can tuck plunge, right? And because this is a 20-pound band, I can think of protracting a lot more, meaning sticking my back out versus like being all dipped in. You know, it's like nice and back up. And I can practice just leaning forward and trying to go more and more forward. And then like my feet coming back, my knees come back, and I can start to do like extensions and do planches, right? So I'm not gonna do that today because again, we've been doing calisthenics almost every single day for the past 40 days on Skool. You can go see every single day posted on Skool, Better Every Rep. I'm gonna switch it over to YouTube from now on. Everyone watching right now, thank you so much for showing up for yourselves and for me. I'm just a nobody. I'm just some guy. Like my name's Arjuna. I'm literally just a guy here. I'm in Pasadena. I love movement. I do flips, tricks, and all these things because I truly believe that movement is the cure to all unhappiness. Like just do movement, which is just working out, sports, expression, which is dance and acrobatics. Just do it. Have a good time and stop stressing over everyone else because they're not living their life. So enough said. Check this out. You can see what we just did. We did banded everything. We're gonna finish this with 100 push-ups. So if you made it this far in the video, that means that you got to do 5 sets of 20, 4 sets of 25, 10 sets of 10. Try to do 100 push-ups right now. Ha! Yeah, Mita. Knee push-ups are fine. Again, if you have parallettes, right, you can do parallel push-ups, which are great for the wrists, right? Right, these are good. You can do no parallettes, right? You can do diamonds, right? You can do pike push-ups, right? You can do handstand push-ups. Like I'm not even joking. 10, yeah, 10 reps, 10 sets. That's 100. If you guys want to try, how about this? If you've never done 100 reps before, let's try the pyramid. Does anyone know what the pyramid is? Thumbs up if you know what the pyramid is. Thumbs down if you don't know what it is. Give me the beginner version. I'll give it to you right now. It's called the pyramid. Ready, Mita? Ooh, excuse me. Whew. Beginner. So, floor. Boom. Okay. Sorry, I'm like tired. That's why I'm breathing so hard. That means it's working. Okay. So again, if you can't do push-ups yet, you can always do incline, right? So incline push-ups, right, are when something's above you. You can even do stuff like this high, right? Like here, you do incline, right? But the idea of incline, right, is you're trying to like focus on the muscles if you're doing the easier version. So coming down, squeeze 90 degrees and push back up. And you're trying to go nice and slow if you're doing the easier version. Otherwise, I expect you down on the floor, doing the knee variation. So knees on the floor, coming down, squeeze, coming up. No knees is feet down, pushing up, squeezing the butt, coming down, squeeze, coming up. And for those that really want to feel the pump, push your back out at the very top and look forward. This is called protracting your back. So you come down, you come up, protract, down, up, protract, right? And then you can make it more fun. If you don't want to do the easy version of push-ups, check this out. You can go further back. You can go closer to your hips. Look, my hips are now next to the bars, and you can now do pseudo push-ups, right? Boom, right? So as I said, I'm doing my 10 right now. If you haven't started your 10, just start. Do 10 reps of 10. But check this out. We're gonna do the pyramid. Ready? Pyramid gets you to 100 by starting at 1 rep, then 2 reps, then 3, then 4, then 5. Yeah, the harder version will destroy you. So don't try that yet. Again, if you can't do the harder variations, try pike push-ups. Right, nice and high. Right, try to come down a little bit and then come back up. Right. Once you feel you're better, you can go down as low as you can and push back up. Once you get really good at pike push-ups, check this out. You can lean in, squeeze, and you can float into a handstand, which I'm scared of kicking things. So did you say that's called a pike float? So as you guys get better at pike push-ups, your feet start to float because of counterbalancing, right? So again, pike push-ups are probably the best thing you can do, but they're very dangerous on the shoulder and the wrist. So just, feel yourself out, I had a wrist injury and then it like messed it up more. So be careful. So check this out, guys. Ready? We're going to do push-ups. You can do them this way, right? You can do push-ups this way. You can do them this way. You can literally do them on your wrist. Look, this is my hands facing down like that. And you can literally go here, push, down. You can literally do your push-ups on the other sides of your hands, right? So that's my 10. But check this out. You ready? Let's do 1 rep together. 1 rep. So 1 good rep. Ready, get set, and go. 1, up. That's 1. Now we're going to try 2. Ready? Down. 1, 2. Now, check this out. We're going to go up to 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, all the way up to 10. And by the time we hit 10, that should be 55 reps, right? So let's try for 3. Right, so we go down. 1, 2, 3, right? So now that's 3. I'm gonna try to change up the workout. So I'm gonna try like diamonds, I'm gonna try parallettes, I'm gonna try incline. Like we can even try declines. So that's number 3. Number 4, right? Let's try straight, right? We're here. Again, these are really good for the wrist. They're just like doing fist ones, right? So we go here, straight back. You don't want to be butt up. You want to be down unless you're doing pike push-ups. You want to go down, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And you can go this way, right? These all like work on different parts of the muscles, right? So now we're on 4. We're gonna go for 5. Again, take it at your pace. Do not go at my pace or my cadence. Please go at your tempo, otherwise you will not want to do it to the end, okay? So now we're in 5, right? So go here, right? Make sure you're squeezing. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, that focused a lot more on my front delts for some reason. Maybe because I'm straight armed here, right? So every type of these directions will change it. Just like if you did like, forearm exercises, right? So at the end of the day, push-ups, right? These are rough. So that was what? 5. So at 6, right? We're gonna try fist push-ups, right? Fists are just like these parallettes, right? The parallettes are here. It's the same thing. Yeah, push-ups kill me. Good. Do your knees. Who else is saying stuff? Sorry, guys. What's your bench press looking like? I can do like 1 plate. I'm not like very strong in bench press. The gym has never been my strong suit. I've never really gone to the gym, just because I honestly just like being outside. So I'm actually going to the gym a lot more. That's why I'm feeling a lot more stronger. So I do cross training. But all my trainers, again, I started calisthenics like 2 years ago. But all my trainers have done like weights for like 10 years and like 2 or 3 years of calisthenics. Or Stefan's done it for 7 years, all calisthenics, no gym, and he's huge. So there's no right way. Again, I feel really shredded and strong, right? And especially on my back muscles when I'm doing all these push things. So, we're gonna go for 6. So 6, again, fist push-ups are not super hard, but they do hurt your fists, but they don't hurt your wrists, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait, shoot, I did an extra one. So we'll do 7 after this. So check that out. Those are nice. If you have these higher ones, perfect. You can do elevated push-ups, right? Again, this one actually gets like nice and down. I believe Luke said like these are pelicans when you go like all the way down, but my shoulder does not like that. All right, so now we're on 7, right? 2, 3, try to go nice and low. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Nice. I'll probably do harder variations like pike push-ups near the decline of the workout. So yeah, we're on 7. But again, the idea is the more you do, the better you get. And that's why we named the group Better Every Rep, Better Every Day, right? Because the only way you can view consistency is by consistently viewing, right? That's the only way you know if it's working. The only way you can see results is by getting to the end. But the only way you can see progress is by consistently watching progress, by showing up every day and seeing like, you know what? I couldn't bench 135 last week. Now I can. Oh, you know what? Now I can do 225. Whoa, I didn't think I can do that. Oh, look, now I can do handstand push-ups. Now I can do all these things that I didn't think I was able to do. Like, think what you can do. No, just do it, bro. Let me see. I'm trying to build my bench press strength with push-ups, calisthenics. Bro, you got that. That is the best way. You cross-train calisthenics. You just literally train the planche stuff, train like leaning stuff, straight arm stuff. Dude, you'll get so much pump in your chest and everything. You're guaranteed to have all the muscles you need to do a nice bench, clean bench. And the more you do bench, it'll translate to all of your stuff in calisthenics. They go together. They are not separate. They are the same thing. Both are resistance training. One is resistance training with objects. The other is resistance training with the body. That's it. That's the only difference. Okay. Plyometrics are literally how we think of like squats, right? You can do squatted plyometrics, like jumping, box jumps, all lunges. But then the moment you add weight, it's resistance training. No, it's still plyo. It's just you can't jump with weights. It's harder, right? So yes, just like calisthenics, just like weights, just like weighted calisthenics. Where's my band? The weighted calisthenics, like bro, you want to get a bench? Go do dips with these. Go get 45, 90 pounds, yank it on this, put it on your hips, and go. You'll see your bench press. It'll skyrocket. Not even joking. Okay, like, sorry, I'm not trying to like rant here, but pull-up bars are not a like if you need a pull-up bar at home. Resistance bands will allow you to practice all of your calisthenic movements static. If you want to do dynamics, like me, I like 360s on the bar, like flipping on the bar, on off the bar. That stuff you can't do at home. You have to do that at the beach. Even local parks are dangerous. Beach or a gym. So again, all I'm trying to say is all you need to start calisthenics is this and a pull-up bar. Please. And if you can't get this in a pull-up bar, go to your park at least twice a week. Go to your beach twice a week, and you're guaranteed to at least get some results. And I guarantee you, if you go with a friend, you both are going to get ripped by the end of the month. By the month, like 30 days of, this is 30 days, guys. 30 days, I'm feeling strong. Day 40, right? 40 days of calisthenics straight. Bro, I'm trying to find a pull-up bar, but I have like 14-inch wide door frames. Yes, you gotta sometimes install them in your home. Sometimes Luke, one of our trainers on Skool, Better Every Rep, he said that he has his installed. His is installed so that you can have it as a pull-up bar at the top, and then it comes down as a dip bar. It's like hip level. So you can, dude, like the biggest investment you can do is get a home gym, right? I'm not even joking, guys. Just get a home gym. Like calisthenics is a pull-up bar that you can install or just put on your door frame. If you can't put it on your door frame, you know what I mean. But you can do what? What, Mita? You gotta be specific. I don't know what you're. Let me see. Yeah, so for the 14-inch wide door frame, I'll start putting links up. We're gonna start reviewing things. Like I'm gonna start going to people's homes. Like, bro, RYT, let me into your home, bro, and I will literally show you what you need. Like the stud finder and mount that shit. No, I'm not even joking, bro. You can literally like install that shit into your door frame, and you're gonna want to be on it because it's so cool. Like I'm not even joking. It's the best investment ever. Pull-up bar. And again, parallettes, these and these, you need one of them or a park or beach or something, okay? Again, I'm like close enough to go to Santa Monica and Venice, so I can have Muscle Beach to myself every single week. You guys may not have that luxury. Maybe you have a park, but parks aren't soft, so you can't try 360s at the park. You're gonna hurt yourself. right? I hurt myself all the time because of freestyle and skating and all these things. And again, like handstands and calisthenics are not my thing. Like I do them because they level me up, bro. It's crazy. Like I stay and say, no, you don't. Okay, we gotta link up. We'll link up at some time. Just link. Do you know what on Instagram, guys? Look me up on Instagram, and we'll literally link up. I'm gonna be here live every single day from 9 to 10 p.m. Pacific time, our time. So let's link up RIT. And yeah, at the end of the day, guys, like I'm more about parkour, free running, flips. I like gymnastics and breakdancing and tricks. But calisthenics has leveled up all of my tricks. Like I actually learned how to like love my body through calisthenics, but I learned how to like get better at all my other stuff through cross training, right? Calisthenics literally changed my life and it could change yours too if you start today, like, and just never stop. That is the whole point. Just don't, like love it so much that you never stop, and then you become 7 years in like Stefan, and then you're guaranteed a banger bod, right? Like I am not sexy, okay? I don't look the greatest. I hate how I look half the time, but I love myself a lot more now, and I feel stronger because I was around people that uplifted me for an entire 2 years straight. Like I want to live every day because the people around me are good. They're awesome. They are not toxic. And you guys here that are showing up for me and showing up for yourselves are also like that. So thank you guys so much for all the likes. There's more likes than the views in here. So it's like, this means so much to me. Like, I'm going to start living every single night. If you don't know me, again, my name is Arjuna. I've done calisthenics for 3 years, technically, but I've done 2 years of real calisthenics with Stefan, Luke, Dhruv, Brandon, Sandeep, all the trainers on Better Every Rep on Skool. So go join our Skool group. It's super free. Calisthenic stuff every night. If you want to learn from them, they're even cooler than I am. And I'm not even joking. So, anyways, I have to end this live. It's almost 11 o'clock. And yeah, RIT, let's link up. DM me, Juna what, Instagram. And yeah, one day I will look like you, brother. I'm sure you are more ripped if you can already bench like crazy. So I will join y'all in the gym. We're gonna do a lot of gym workouts. I'm a beginner of my strength journey, down 40 pounds from my top weight at 215. Bro, that's literally Freddie's journey. Freddie was 240 and he went down to 200 pounds, doing once a week hiking for an entire year, doing once a week calisthenics, twice a week sometimes, and eating a little bit better. 240 pounds to 200. So if you're fat, it's okay. If you're skinny, it's okay. That's just right now. You can change that with your daily habits and you again, I did 40 days of calisthenics and it changed like how I look at streaming. It changed how I looked at working out. Like I'm now living calisthenics. It's so cool. It is honestly my favorite thing. So yeah, let's end this with some handstands. I'm not like trying to waste your time. I'm just trying to tell y'all like I'm not better than you. I'm just trying. Okay? And if you're trying, then that's all that matters, right? I can't ask more from you, right? So yeah, let's do some handstands. Try to hold as long as we can. I'm not gonna talk for this one, I usually count, but you guys can count with me, right? So if you can already do a handstand, please go do on the wall or do it on the floor, try to match me. If you can't do a handstand, you can try variations like frog stance, legs on the outside and lean, right? You can try crow stand, right? You could even try headstand, right? But just try something standy on the wall, right? Or even try L sits, right? L sits are great too, right? All right, ready? We're gonna do. Man, I'm just so tired. Tomorrow we're gonna do 100 pull-ups. We didn't do the 100 push-ups. I get so distracted. I'm so sorry. You know what? We should be doing the push-ups. No, I'm doing handstands. Forget it. We're gonna do handstands and then we'll finish up push-ups and then we'll go home. All right, ready, ready, ready? Get set and go. Wait, wait, wait. Little wider. There we go. Go. 40 seconds. No, I felt like I could have went way longer. and then I started dipping down. All right, you guys get the idea. Calisthenics is hard. I know, I suck. Okay. But because I suck today, I can get better tomorrow. And that is the whole concept. Get better every single rep because today is the youngest, the weakest, the poorest, the everythingest today. Right now, you are the youngest you are today. So enjoy it. Enjoy your youth. I'm 30 years old, guys. Do I look 30 years old? I feel so good. That's so much light. I feel so good at 30 years old. I feel the youngest I've ever felt in my life doing calisthenics, doing acrobatics and movement, and just loving life. So again, if you want to see this live, I'm here every single night from 9 to 10 p.m. I do got to get going. It's almost 11 o'clock. So again, you want super strong arms, super strong back muscles, right? Super strong chest, especially the chest, dude. Look at that. I don't even have muscles and it looks like I got muscles, okay? So if you want muscles, do some calisthenics. 40 days in, 41 is today, and we're gonna do live every single night. So let's go, Nick. So yeah, let's do the push-ups before we end. We have 5 minutes to like kind of bang out push-ups. So let's get them. Ready? So tomorrow we're gonna do the actual pyramid. So you guys saw 1 all the way up to 10. Ready? Do 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, all the way to 10. Then you go down 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 to 1. That is 100 reps. Go try them out. RIT. Do them with your bench press. You're gonna feel it. All right, ready? Get set and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Yeah, so my goal this year is to be able to do 100 reps in a row without stopping. And a lot of people think that's crazy, but it's very possible if you actually put the time and effort in. Sets and reps, okay? Sets and reps is what we do at the gym, at calisthenics, but real sets and reps is called endurance training. You're trying to go as long and as many as possible. Think about high rocks. High rocks and CrossFit, those two things are killer because not only are you doing workouts, you're doing a lot of workouts and a lot in bulk, okay? So do it in mass, do a lot, and again, those are with parallettes, right? Doing with parallettes really is great for the wrist. And when we start doing it on the floor, right, you start to do a little more on the wrist, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, also 20. Yeah, the moment you lose your protraction in a push-up, it starts to get hard. Now I gotta go. See you on the next live. Yeah, thanks, Mita. I know you gotta work. If you guys gotta work, again, 10 to 11 is super late, so join us from 9 to 10, because even for me, I should be asleep. I never sleep. You know, sleep is also very important. We'll talk about that. But yeah, right now, we're gonna do like 20 more push-ups. Let's just do 20 more push-ups, bang them out. Again, if you can't do push-ups, start to do like inclines, right? These are so good because then you don't have to focus so much on the pressure of like full body weight. Incline will help a lot. And you can even do this at like a more deeper stretch if you guys are like into calisthenics real. And the more you lean forward, the more this gets crazy. All right, team. Oh my gosh. So you guys can start getting closer and closer to your hips and start practicing leans. All right. I'm not doing that today. So you guys get the idea. So squeeze the glutes, going down, squeeze. And again, I'm really trying to heal my shoulder injury, so I'm not trying to do too much today. But yeah, focusing in on the squeeze and back up. Oh, I'm feeling that. Again, I did like a full body workout the last couple of days, and you got to get rest days too. It's really important. My phone's gonna die. But who's there? Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna finish these up. The push-ups from earlier are definitely getting me. And I think the handstands are also Feeling it. Yeah, how many push-ups can you guys do in a row without dying? You know what? Incline may be harder. That's kind of funny. Yeah, right here, I can get a little bit more control with the chest. So yeah, get yourself some parallettes, and you can also add resistance bands if it's hard for you to do a full push-up, right? Boom. So if you guys were here since the beginning, you all know that I said for every single rep that I did for this entire video, you had to follow along. So I hope you guys did at least 200 reps today, because I did at least 100 or 200 reps or seconds. Okay, you can count through the video. It's like 80 minutes, okay? I did y'all 80 minutes of working out, and I'm like day 40, guys, day 40. And I'm feeling shredded, feeling good. So again, you can practice all the moves here. Look, I'm so tired. You know, I'll sit, go up. I'm so, okay, I can't even handstand. Okay. Oh, let's finish up. Oh, shit. Yeah, the handstands. The handstands are killing me because my shoulders are wiped. Whew. Or as other people call it, cooked. You're cooked. You're cooked, Arjuna. Oh man, I'm tired. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm feeling it. So yeah. And again, if you guys really don't have anything, like you literally have nothing to work out with, get like, this is like for dips, for example. Look. 1, 2. Look. You can get a nice, this side's better. Probably not. This is terrible. Don't do this. Don't try this at home. I'm gonna break it. Just right there. Boom. This is gonna break. Okay. Push like off the floor, and you can dip. Boom. And you can even do this on your couches, right? This thing's breaking. Let's never do that again. But you get the idea. Like calisthenics, it's just so hard to do at home without your pull-up bar and without some parallettes. So my last thing I'm ever gonna say on these lives is buy yourself these and those resistance bands, and you'll start doing levers. Let's finish with the lever. Ready? Feet here, feet on, legs up, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh man, I'm tired. You guys couldn't tell, but I was like super crooked there. Okay. But yeah, as you guys can see, I'm super sweaty. I'm tired. And it sounds like my family wants me. So it's 11 o'clock. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to have a shredded body and love yourself, just show up today for yourself and then do it again tomorrow. That's called consistency. That's called getting better every rep, every day. Thanks for watching and have a blessed day. Peace out. Just socked y'all.